Welcome to another episode of Grizzly Books True Crime. My name is Gisela K, and today we're going to look at Gabby and Brian's life before they started this van life, supposed to be 4-month cross-country trip. So, let's get started. Before I get started, I just want to say, remember a day or two ago, I was telling you that these headphones really, they hurt my ears because they're on my ears instead of around them. So the amount of time that I sit here and research and watch videos and then make videos, I really do need some that go over my ear. And my husband bought me some, but he says, thank you so much to you guys, because there's a few of you who actually donated to my PayPal specifically saying these are for headsets. So wow, thank you so much. I will make my thank you videos every single Friday for all the coffees, PayPals, super chats, super stickers, and eventually anything I receive in a PO box. I'm just waiting a little bit to set up that PO box because it is like Hollywood PO box prices in the Netherlands. The Netherlands always surprises me with sometimes I'm like, why is it like that for a PO box? So it's literally like almost $400 just to have a PO box for a year, and I don't think I'm quite there yet in my YouTube career. So I'm just waiting on that just a little bit. If you do intend to send me something, could you please let me know on email so that I can just see, should I really, is it like imminent? Do I need it now, or can I just wait a little bit? But yes, thank you so much for that. I can't wait to use these. Now, let's look at the slides that I've been working on for you guys. We'll look at this one. So, Brian was class of 2016 at Bayport Blue Point High School. And Gabby was at the same high school and she was class of 2017. Friends say that they dated for a year. I put that in inverted commas because they said, yeah, about a year from everything I've read and seen. And they actually broke up when Brian graduated in 2016. So Brian obviously graduated a year before Gabby. So Gabby spent her senior year not dating Brian. He left the school and he basically left her. That's what I'm going to say there. Friends said that they had many highs and lows and that there was always some drama with them. So their relationship was already quite, I would say, speculatively toxic at the time. This could be very common with high school relationships, but with all their peers and friends and people who have come forward to talk about it, they just said, whoa, like they were, there were highs and then there were lows, and there's always some kind of drama, fighting going on. So it wasn't brand new that, for instance, in the body cam footage, that they were fighting. They'd been fighting for most of their relationship, and it actually broken up, as we see, when Brian graduated. They rekindled their relationship after Gabby graduated in 2017, and then she moved in with him and his family. I believe she actually moved in around 2019, from what I've read. So before that, she was working in various places. So let's have a look at that. The peers that were in school with them also said this one was called Alyssa Chen, and she said they had very high highs and very low lows, but she always said he was a good boyfriend. And then Ben Matula said 1 minute they'd be all over each other, the next minute he'd be like, we're fighting. They always had some drama. So if you look at the picture on the bottom left hand side, that would be one of the entrances of Bayport Blue Point High School, home of the Phantoms. That is the corridor in the middle picture there of the actual school. And on the right-hand side, what you can see there is what the school has chosen to do now. They put that beautiful picture of Gabby there. They said, Gabby Petito, forever in our hearts, with the American flag. There's teddy bears around there. There's a lot of tribute being paid over there. And notice that balloon is that same sort of teal turquoisey color of the ribbons that Gabby's parents, mom, dad, stepmom, stepdad, had at the press conference they had recently. So I looked into why that is. Why do we keep seeing that color? And apparently it was Gabby's mom, Nicole, who chose that color for a ribbon to represent this tragic case of losing her daughter. And I think it's going to represent the foundation that they've set up for Gabby in the future. Also, if you are in Long Island, I believe that there are streets that have big trees, and they have put a ribbon this same color around these trees. So if you do live there and you do see it, please show me. I would love to see that. So Gabby graduated in 2017, and between 2018 and 2021, she worked at restaurants, cafes, was a pharmacy technician, told the police in Moab that she was a nutritionist, and was working hard to save up for her dream to travel across the USA. Now, on June 7th, 2017, Christopher and Roberta Laundrie incorporated Juicer Services. It's alleged that Brian worked for them. He also sold his digital art online, allegedly. So what I gather from that, if we look at Gabby graduating in 2017, then for 2018, she's working closer to home, and then eventually moves in with the Laundries because her and Brian rekindled their relationship. But she's working super hard after school. Lots of hours, putting in the hours at cafes, at restaurants. She was a hostess. She worked in the kitchen. She worked also in a juice bar. She was busy, right? And she was saving up while apparently studying. She said she was a nutritionist. So I didn't find any information of where she studied that, but that's what she told the Moab police on the body cam footage, that she was a nutritionist. And so she had an entrepreneurial drive. She was also the one, as we know, who was working very hard to set up the website for Nomadic Static to document the van life that the couple was going to have, and to set up all the social media and make sure to share everything. So that would have been her next entrepreneurial goal. So Brian, though, on the other hand, finished school, allegedly. I don't know what he did for that first year after school, but sort of hung around, And already on June 7th, because he graduated in 2016, right? So if we look at this, class of 2016. So already by June 2017, within 6 months, his parents have already incorporated a juicer services. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm saying 6 months based on if we look at January to December of 2016. I don't know exactly when graduation happened, but within a year, let's say that, within a couple of months, within a few months, Christopher and Roberta Laundrie started this company. The reason I'm saying that is because as we can see that they are speculatively helping their son out now, they already helped him out a lot back then. He was very shielded. He didn't really have to do much or go out there and work or whatever. They say that he studied, but I can't find what he studied. Like, what was he studying at New York University? I couldn't find it. Let me know if you know. But they'd already started these services on June 7th, 2017. There are some websites that list some other dates, like, the next year, the following year, 2018, some say 2020. But this is what I find on a lot of official business records. So this is one of the restaurants where Gabby Petito actually worked. Smoke on the Water in Florida. We are going to do Maptime, and I am going to show you exactly where it is. This is what the restaurant looked like where she worked as a hostess and in the kitchen. It's got a beautiful view. It's far-ish away from her high school, and I'm assuming that if she went to high school there, she sort of lived close-ish to the area. I also don't have the exact address of her parents or where she lived before, while she was in high school and before she moved in with the Laundries. I haven't found that yet. I'm just piecing it all together, step by step. So if you look at the bottom right-hand picture, it says reserved for Gabby Petito. So that is a picture, that is a table reserved specifically for Gabby from this restaurant. That is something that's like a tribute to her. And I believe they're also going to plant a tree in her name, which is amazing. So her former manager, Lara Witchen, said, Gabby was a bright soul, a bright light. She was always happy, always had a smile on her face, trying to bring people up with her. She was a good soul, a good spirit, and touched so many lives. That's what we want her to be remembered for. I mean, it is a really beautiful restaurant. And it's amazing to know that Gabby was a bright soul, a bright light. That is also how her friend Rose Davis described her. That she was always happy, always had a smile on her face, trying to bring people up with her. That she was a good soul, a good spirit, and touched so many lives. Man, that is wonderful. She made life a little lighter and a little less serious. She was adventurous and loved her family and friends wholeheartedly. She was always good at keeping the mood fun. She was goofy and made people laugh. My girl, this is so unfair. Another wrote, wish we could goof around one more time. I'm really going to miss you. So I put the butterfly there. Of course, we know Gabby loved butterflies. She often posed with butterflies. Yes, it was also her last picture posted, which was very likely not posted by her, but she did love butterflies. So I put that there for her. And on the right-hand side, I put a picture of people planting a tree because that's apparently what the restaurant is going to do. Now, I want to show you this. This was a conversation. I believe it was an interview, but I'm not too sure exactly what context this was. But this is Gabby talking over here at Knoll, which was a cafe where she worked. I'm going to show you the outside of the cafe. In fact, I could show you now. So this is the outside of the cafe. There it is. That is Knoll Cafe, where Gabby worked for some time. I mean, it looks great. We could actually like zoom around like this. We could see it all around. I don't know exactly how long she worked there, but she did work there. So we have this beautiful, I think it's a congregational church just across the road. That would have been her view. Main Street. Knoll Cafe is on Main Street. Unfortunately, Knoll Cafe closed down. So, yeah. Like that. So you see, you could say fresh juices, coffees, teas, supplements, acai bowls, poke bowls, chopped salads, all kinds of stuff. It looks very nice. I can also, wait, let me not keep you waiting. Let me show you that video that I wanted to show you. All right.
Scenes from a happier time. This video is from 2019. Gabby Petito wishes a happy birthday to her then place of work, Knoll in Patchogue. Gabby's father shared the video recently on Twitter, her smile and her happiness on full display. That video stands in stark contrast to the situation in Blue Point today. Shock and silence in this tight-knit community. People we spoke with who knew Gabby did not want to speak on camera out of respect for her family. This is the place where she used to work, Knoll. It's right on.
So that's what we just looked at. You can see the chopped salad, smoothies, pressed juices, coffees, Knoll Cafe on Main Street.
Main Street in neighboring Patchogue. It's shuttered now, though. Closed for good thanks to the pandemic. come to find out in talking to people off camera that many of Gabby's friends, her former co-workers, even her old boss now work here at Dublin Deck. This is also in Patchogue, just down the road. In fact, we did speak with one employee here who says she didn't know Gabby personally, but her heart goes out to Gabby's family and friends, and she told us she knows a lot of her co-workers who are not here right now are really torn up about all of this.
So even though they didn't know her personally, they knew about her and just what a wonderful person she was. And it's touched their lives as well. Like it's touched all of our hearts too. So, oh man. What a tragic loss.
When I think of Mackenzie, definitely empowering. Like, I don't know, she's just so thoughtful. She's very quick on her feet and,
That's literally perfect. I just got it. Wonderful.
So they were asking Gabby, I'm not sure exactly in what context this interview was happening. However, asking what she thought of her manager. And she said, definitely empowered, quick to think on her feet. Look.
That's literally perfect. I just got
Like
so
this.
thoughtful. She's
Thoughtful.
very quick on her feet and,
That's literally perfect. I just got it. Wonderful. You didn't even know.
We reached out to Gabby's former boss at Knoll, Mackenzie Miller, who she was speaking about there. She declined to speak with us in deference to
Mackenzie Miller, okay. She said Cassie, I think, but maybe it's Mackenzie. Maybe I just heard wrong, but Mackenzie Miller, yes. Okay, that was her former manager. I just want to see one more time here.
think of Mackenzie,
Yeah, she said Mackenzie, okay.
definitely,
That's literally perfect. I just got it. Wonderful. You didn't even know.
We reached out to Gabby's
She's so
former
sweet.
boss at Knoll, Mackenzie Miller, who she was speaking about there. She declined to speak with us in deference to Gabby's family, but shared this heartfelt message on her professional Facebook page. Quote, "Rest in peace, our beautiful angel." It's a tribute shared by Gabby's dad on Twitter and the Blue Point Fire Department on Facebook, even as her hometown tries to figure out how to navigate the difficult waters ahead. In Blue Point, Rich Barabi, News 12, Long Island.
So now you've seen that. I don't know if you've seen that before. And now we can also do a little bit of map time, and then we are going to look more at the timeline. So let's look at this. Okay. So number one, we have Bayport Blue Point High School, where Gabby went to high school. You can see the fields and everything over here. Can make it slightly bigger for you. Wait, I'll have to come across here. Okay, so there is the high school. And then you can see Knoll Cafes up there, but the next place she worked, I don't know in exactly which order, but Smoke on the Water came up first. So Knoll Cafe is actually very close to her high school. We'll have a look at that now, but Smoke on the Water, this is the location of it. And you can see it's along the Cape Fear River there. That's where the pier is, where we saw some of the pictures of the pier. Very nice location to look over the water and everything like that. And then Knoll Cafe is closer there in her area again. So, yeah, I don't know which one she worked at exactly first, but that is where Knoll Cafe is. Let's see how close that is to her high school. So, in the same sort of area. Patchogue. Here's Patchogue Bay. So, Knoll Cafe in Patchogue. And then finally moving all the way to 4343 Wabasa Avenue. We've seen that house a lot now, huh? If you want me to show you the inside of the house again, I did save all those pictures and things, so let me know. But that is where she was staying before they left for van life. So let's go back to these slides. Not those slides, these slides. Now, this was the planned trip. So, in fact, let me look at this one. Wait, there was another picture I had for you. Hold on 1 second, please. It is this. Okay. In July 2020, let me just see. I just want to see the wow, that word is getting me. Chronological order. December 2020. See, so we got to do this one first. In July 2020, Brian said, "It's been an incredible year." See, I think Gabby moved there around 2019, but he said, "It's been an incredible year, by far the best of my life. I've been to so many beautiful places, had so many amazing experiences, and all were the best sidekick in the world." And on July 4th, 2020, same sort of time frame, he said, "My biggest fear is that one day I'll wake up and it will all have been a dream, because that is what every second has felt like since the moment we found each other." Okay, didn't sound like it compared to what the high school peers said. I'm just saying it sounded quite rocky, can I say? Lots of highs, lots of lows. But anyway, he says he doesn't want to wake up, feels like it all was a dream. And then he said, "Till death do us part, or until I wake up." I'm so happy the answer was yes. Love you, honey. So that is when he proposed. July 4th he posted that, so I don't know if it's exactly on that day when he proposed. We could speculate that it was. And they left for their trip officially, a year later, in July of 2021. The couple had dreams of traveling, but they knew that they could not afford hotels for a 4-month cross-country trip. So they talked about travel, they dreamed about travel, they definitely wanted to go and see a lot of national parks and things like that. They'd been camping, as we know, where Dog the Bounty Hunter is looking now, Fort DeSoto. They were camping there, kind of traveling a little bit around the area and going to the beach and things like that. But they really wanted to travel cross-country. They decided on a 4-month trip, July, August, September, and October. So it would have ended on Halloween or around Halloween in Oregon. And so they decided we can't afford hotels for that whole time, so let's convert Gabby's van. Why was it Gabby's van? I could speculate it's because she was working her butt off towards the dream of traveling around, and she probably funded that van. So now if we look at this, between December 2020, so remember he just proposed in July 2020, talked about the dreams. So from December 2020 until around May 2021, they were building the van. They're doing this van build. You can see it on his Instagram. Building this van and converting it into a livable van for that time. So it took quite some time to do this. I mean, December, January, February, March, April, May, 6 months working hard while Gabby was working to convert this van into what we know it to be. The planned trip, it started in June 2021 in New York, where they went there for Gabby's brother's graduation. And then on July 2nd, the 4-month planned trip begins. So between July 2nd and August 11th, they did a cross-country trip and ended up in Utah, which takes us to August 12th, where the body cam footage is from. They planned to end their trip in Oregon for Halloween. But within 8 weeks, out of a 4-month trip that was planned, Gabby was gone. Within 8 weeks. I mean, that is so shocking to me that they got engaged. Apparently they broke, it was a bit on-off again as well, but, they were talking about themselves as fiancés still at the time, but they got engaged. And then July, August, September, October, November, 5 months later decided to, let's build this van. So they were engaged for like 5 months, decided we're going to do this van life thing, put Gabby's money together. I can't say they put their money together because we have no idea what he did. Speculatively, he could have worked at a grocery store. That's what I've read somewhere, but I can't find, there's no public record of him working anywhere. I really think he was just working, in inverted commas, for or with his parents or just being at home. But between December 2020, 5 months later, and May, they worked so hard to build this van, set off on a trip first to New York to go to Gabby's brother's graduation, which is so sweet. And then July, they head off. And within 8 weeks, Gabby's gone. And then by September 1st, I mean, they were still supposed to travel for another 8 or 9 weeks. But by September 1st, the van is back at the laundry home. And Gabby's nowhere. Wow. And then her remains are found. And her death is ruled a homicide. But then Brian Laundrie is a missing person, then a person of interest. And now there's a warrant out for his arrest and massive rewards, up to $170,000 now, to find him, because he is linked to using cards, bank cards, that did not belong to him after Gabby's death. They've not confirmed that it's her cards, by the way. They don't confirm it's her cards. It's just cards. So it really just adds to the mystery of what happened there. What is this case all about? We will find out as it unfolds. Okay, so I am back with you. Now, another thing I wanted to show you. What else did I want to show you? That was pretty much that timeline. Done the Maptime thing with you. So you can see if we zoom out here. Yes. Sarasota. I'm just looking where they're searching now. Fort DeSoto Park. I mean, from there, he could have gone anywhere. Huh? But, yeah, that's where their home is. That's where Gabby was working for a time. That's where she went to high school. And Knoll Cafe. Man. It just sucks, right? I mean, I eventually want to make on this map, like, all the points that they went to. That would be amazing. That's what I'm trying to work on, but it takes, there's a lot of work that goes into all of this, of course. So I actually do have, if I take this off for a second, I have another project saved here. So if we go to this timeline, present the timeline. Okay. This takes us to the Fairfield Inn and Suites by the Marriott, Salt Lake City Airport, which we looked at yesterday. That was on August 24th. And then the next point we have that we know of so far, these are things I know for sure, is the Mary Piglet's Mexican Grill on the 27th. And the next point that we have is where the van was found and where the remains were found. So we've already looked at this timeline, you know, of the van being parked there for a few days allegedly, but they're seen at the Mary Piglet's restaurant on the 27th, and somewhere there between the 27th and the 30th, we're yet to find out exactly what happened there. So, yeah, we've got the van, the remains found. And then we've got Coulter Bay Village here with him hitchhiking around. We've got where Brian was dropped off. And that's back to the entrance of the campsite to get back to the van. So this is what I'm working on. I'm just showing you I've done the one project and the other, and eventually I want to combine them all and do like map points of where they were all the time, like what was going on. So yeah, Gabby was unfortunately found very far away from home, which I think is sad, but she has been brought home. Yeah, and even though at her memorial people were obsessing over is she in the urn or not in the urn, which I find like, I don't know, inappropriate. Like, I don't know. I don't think about that. But apparently the FBI still has her remains and it's not been released. That's what the parents said at the press conference. So even though all the reports said she's been cremated, and this is the memorial. Like, that's it. But the parents did say the FBI are yet to release her. So let's just hope they find Brian. That's all I'm hoping for. Now, while we're busy with all of that, I want to show you, I know you guys have been asking for a while for Melon Boy merch, which I understand. We're all part of the like detective squad checking this all out. And I thought long and hard about what would be appropriate. And I've decided that all proceeds, as much as I've set the price as low as possible, I would only make $1 per item bought. All my merch is on Teespring, which I'll show you. But Teespring wants me to set it at prices. There's a default for like $8 to $10 profit. But I always bring it down as low as I can, so that it's much easier for you guys to buy. So I don't know, let me know if it's worth it, but I was thinking with this range that I've just made now, that all the proceeds we make from that, even if it is just $10, if 10 of you buy it, I would donate that to the Gabby Petito Fund. So let me know what you think about that. Here it is. If you look at this, this is the merch store. The link is in the description box. So that is the merch store. It's on Teespring. So featured products. All right. So I updated the background a little bit. And if we go down, there's all this stuff that you can get. You can either get the OG stuff, the original Grizzly stuff. I really like these pint glasses. They're very nice quality as well. I'm actually quite impressed with Teespring's quality, to be honest. Let me know if you have a problem, but I'm loving it so far. This one, and then here we've got all the micro melon stuff. So if you just go to the link, grizzly-books.creator-spring.com, you can choose yourself any of these things. We've got an accessory pouch. We've got the backpack, and on the back, by the way, if you want to see, if we click on one, on the back of the shirt, it says, oh, this one doesn't show it now, but on the back it says Grizzly Books True Crime. Yeah, like that one shows, like that, Grizzly Books True Crime. I've got the tumbler, I've got leggings for ladies, stickers, all of this kind of stuff. We've got these. I know some ladies like the tank tops. And if you do get the merch and you do want me to either show it on here or put it on Instagram or something, just send me a picture. So this whole, like, on this channel, I do not ever glorify criminals or killers or serial killers. So it started with serial killers are not hot. And then Ted Bundy, nose picker, Jeffrey Dahmer, rotten, John Gacy, copycat, and Eileen Wuornos, Toxic Lover. So I've got those based on the books that I've written. Details, please. See, that was long before you guys knew me. But we want the details. That's the point. We want facts and we want details. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of items here for you to choose from. Here's the Serial Killers Are Not Hot range. Very passionate about that. Very anti-hyperstophilia. So yeah, you can go and scroll through here. I mean, I'm going to be scrolling all day. Original Grizzly, so you can get that as well, because that's what you guys are. You're OGs, original Grizzlies. Carve it up to everyone that was a subscriber, the first 600 people. I am still planning to get back to the Chris Watts 2,000 page document I was studying. I just think it would confuse the audience right now to publish a video like that, to be like, all right, let's carry on from page 252 or whatever. And they might be like, what are you doing? But I will do it at some point. This is based on Stephanie Lazarus, the case that we studied together as well. 10,000 pictures. Doesn't ring a bell. So yeah, for most of the cases I've covered, we have merch for it. And everything is set to the lowest possible price that I can do. This is based on the Watts case. It's the case number. And the blue glove, which we are like, what's up with the blue glove they found? Carve it up. And then hectic, oh my word, because some of you say you love how I say hectic. And oh my word. So that merch was made with a red flag, of course. Yeah, so literally I could just keep it scrolling. So there we go. We finally got into the bottom of that page. So I hope you guys like that. I hope that you'll go check that out as well. I just want to see if there's anything that I missed. The thing that I wanted to tell you was this Juicer Services company. Juicer Services Incorporated. They say active. However, the website has been taken down. Don't know when, but it's not active anymore. But the company says active. There's a filed number. Date of incorporation says June 7th, 2017. Juicer Services Incorporated, 4343 Wabasa Avenue. And the officers and directors are Christopher Laundrie. He's the president. And the vice president is Roberta Laundrie. Apparently, they're also getting a divorce, which I wonder when that started. Because divorce proceedings can take quite a while. So I'm not exactly sure when that would have started. Yes. So I've got a lot of tabs open here. I've shown you the cafe. I've shown you that. So I think I'm pretty much done for today. That's what I wanted to show you. Just a little bit of background. See what's going on. And Brian will actually be turning 24 on November 11th, I believe. I think his birthday is on November 11th, born in 1997. It matches his age description. I know there's a whole thing going around about him being older. We can debunk that. I do not have his birth certificate, but we know when he went to school and the peers confirmed it, so we know that we can debunk that. Based on that, they saw him there. Do you know what I mean? So, and then remember his Pinterest is the Brian Laundrie 1197, so November 97. I've seen it somewhere else as well, but I believe that's his birthday, November 97, which means he's going to be turning 24 this year. That's still actually really young, right? Let's hope they find him. Like, wow. What a freaking mystery of what is going on in this case. So, Dog the Bounty Hunter, I think that was the one thing. He's actually got his own tip line. It's like 1-800-CALL-DOG or something. You know, there's the 1-800 number for FBI. Just hold on. It says here, contact dog. It is 833-TELL-DOG. That is the number. 833-TELL-DOG. If you want to check that out, to contact him. Or, of course, we've got the FBI, which I don't know if they're loving this whole Dog the Bounty Hunter thing. But 1-800-CALL-FBI if you see anything. I am going to do a video where I show you, different pictures of Brian Laundrie, which we've all seen. But when we see them side by side, you can really see how different it can look based on facial hair, and he had the pink hair at a time, and then his tattoos, and just certain things to look out for. I would assume in America, maybe South America, maybe Canada, but like in the Netherlands, I'll keep my eye out. I'll let you guys know if I spot him. But yeah, I want to do a video on telltale signs, things we can look out for with him. So thank you so much for watching today's video. It always feels like it's so quick, but it's like 40 minutes already. So I will see you in the next one. I will probably see you either in the next live stream or the next video. Thank you so much for watching. On your way out, please take care of the like button. Remember, punch it like a melon. Okay? And if you're not yet subscribed, of which 84% of people who are watching my videos are not yet subscribed. Wow. Could you punch that subscribe button too? Punch that like a melon. Carve it up. Hit the bell. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.